What's up, Tim Sykes here with Kyle Williams.
What's
The
up, guys?
man just crossed over $1 million, and we each actually had $82,000 weeks. Not planned, but pretty crazy.
Mm-hmm.
$82,000 weeks.
Mine was almost like 70% of it was just Friday.
You nailed it
So
Friday.
yeah.
Mine was pretty even. But in this video, just want to go over a bunch of plays. We're filming this at 1 a.m. on a Sunday morning because we filmed all day Saturday, and Kyle will actually be traveling, but I'll be filming all day Sunday. So this is really the only time. In case you wonder why I sound exhausted, it's because I am. And yet, I want to do this video just to prepare you for a bunch of plays. How many Kyles? How many Kyles are we watching? How many plays are we watching, Kyle?
Oh, I mean, I think there's like at least 10. Like 10, and that's like 10 ideal
10 A
plays.
plus
There's
setups.
probably 30 plus that are just we can't trade them all or watch them all. So there's like 10 that are
I'm
really good.
I'm scared for, how many plays are going to be on my watch list because
Yeah.
we're just going to go over the A plus ones for video, but there's even more, and you don't know, sometimes like a non-ideal play will turn ideal, right? Like, maybe a lower percentage gainer turns into a big percentage gainer on Monday. So then it,
Mhm.
it turns into more ideal. So this is not an exact science, but if you appreciate us doing a video at 1 a.m. on a Sunday morning, leave a comment underneath this saying, how many Kyles are we watching stocks? Because I think that's what I said,
Yeah,
right?
you're like, how many
How
Kyles?
many Kyles are we watching stocks? So leave that comment underneath this video. No one who doesn't watch this video will understand, and it'll be funny. But if you do appreciate us staying up in the middle of the night after filming, nonstop, then by all means leave that comment. ALPP, what do you think, Kyle?
I actually am long 4,000 shares overnight from pretty much the close, like 720.
Beautiful.
Um, in any other market, I would think I'm chasing. But in this market, I'm willing to take the risk because I think red green is a great risk level. So if it breaks red green, it's clear the trade's over. I can get out. Um, but the reason why I'm a little bit convicted is because on Friday morning they put out a press release, which I didn't see till the close. And if there's anything I've learned from some of your best trades, Tim, it's like the over weekend news traveling. Yes, the PR came out Friday morning, but everyone who's late to the party is seeing that PR literally today, tomorrow, and Monday morning. So I think there's a good odds of at least a gap up to sell into. Maybe a morning spike, maybe not because we are extended. But I am long there. But eventually, I mean, if we did go another green day to like 8 or 9 or 10, then we're gonna start looking like all the other charts are about to go over, and it's just gonna keep getting more extended and more overdone till a first red day comes.
Good call.
Yeah.
So I didn't want to go long. I'm not long anything because I just wanted to be free and clear for any potential panic dip buys near the open. You guys have to understand, you have it a little easier than me because you're just trading. I'm trading, and every time I make a trade, I try to type as fast as I can and write out an alert so that people can learn in real time, buys and sells. So if I'm, selling a play that I have over the weekend or overnight, that takes time away from any potential dip buys. And I see a lot of potential dip buys. ALPP, fantastic daily chart, big runner. Fourth green day though, and that's excessive for me. I mean, if I could go back in time, I would have bought this third green day on the breakout, but I don't normally even like chasing three green days. But, as Kyle said, in this market, um, frankly, you can just kind of push it. One thing I did not like on ALPP into the close, could not break above 742, 745, right below a key level of 750. If I am going to hold a play, forget about my whole typing situation. I would prefer to close at 740, 745, 750. Does that concern you at all, Kyle?
Into the last few minutes when it was selling off, that did concern me. I was pretty close to cutting it, um, but I just kind of stayed convicted with the idea of the news would travel, and so as long as it didn't break under this like low 715-ish level, that previous lower high or lower low, or lower high, I should say, as long as it held that area, I thought, okay, worst case, I sell again, or sell red green where we close at for a small loss. So I was definitely getting a little bit nervous because I did also expect it to break that 745 level as well.
I think you'll be okay in this market. I have no position, so it doesn't matter to me either way. I look for these intraday panics. I mean, this is beautiful intraday from 707 down to 640 and then right back. This is a little later for me. I mean, this happened at noon, but I like that kind of intraday panic. This is what I'm looking for to dip by. So I'll be looking for ALPP, whether it succeeds or not. I'll be looking for a potential morning panic or an intraday panic because this is a 7 or a 5 day chart and it's up from the 3s to the 7s. I was longing DFLYF into the close. It closed right near its highs, but it could not convincingly break above 295.3. Similar chart as ALPP, except that this one is not as overextended. This is a first green day, which I prefer, and they're going to be on Bloomberg on Sunday. I probably should be long this one, over the weekend. Again, I just don't like the failure to break the morning high, and then also the previous high is here in the low 3s. So I'm just playing things cautiously. What do you think about DFLYF real quick?
We were trading live together when you were trading this, and I was watching it, and I liked it all because it's the same thesis I have on ALPP with news over the weekend, better news over the weekend in my opinion, less extended daily chart. But yeah, when the big volume came in around $3, and it just couldn't get over it, and then it stuffed. It just scared me away. I was like, I feel like someone was selling big. Maybe you think that'll change when Monday morning comes and the news actually is spread, but something in the price action made me uncomfortable, so I just didn't want to.
And this is the thing, like if you're in doubt, stay out. If you're in doubt, get out. I was very pumped that it broke 3. I was like watching it chip away. There was like a 90K seller at 3 and it was chipping away. Then he disappeared and went to 301 and then he came back. And it couldn't close above 3. So I was like, I don't need this stress in my life. So I just cut it. The reason why is I'm watching TSNP, and this is literally the biggest percent runner, and this is probably my biggest winning stock in the past few months. I made 6 figures just dip buying it into pretty much every single panic that it ever has. Maybe I've missed a couple. But now in basically 3 days, it's gone from the breakout at 50 cents, tripled to 160s, came all the way down to the 120s. And I was actually like begging the promoters. I was like, do your job, pump it up. Like I did not want it to fall off a cliff and really crack late day Friday. Like I say all the time, I prefer morning panics. So fortunately, whether the promoters listen to me or whether the promoters just, promoted because that's what they're, born to do. Whatever the reason, it held, and it held in a very choppy, ugly manner, but it did hold. And now, this is usually the beginning of the end for these kinds of runs where you have this hard intraday crack from, 170 down to 130. I mean, I actually participated in this a little, caught some of that. Or was it the first one? I don't remember. I think I caught the first one. I don't even know if I caught the second one, but I like these morning panics and these intraday panics. Like I said on, ALPP, all of them have it. So that's my time. And when you have, not one, but 2 hard intraday cracks on an overextended stock, especially a stock that has been so good to dip by, I got to believe that the big panic is around the corner, whether it's on Monday or Tuesday. And I want to be ready. So watch this key level here at 115, and then the low here was 107. 2 key triggers that, I would love to see it crack below 117, crack below 107, ideally down to the ones. I laid out my potential thesis in chat. If it can get down to the 90s, 80s, 70s, the lower the better, the bigger the panic, the faster the panic, the better for a potential dip buy into the panic. That's why I'm making this video. If it wants to go another day, beautiful. I'm not shorting it. Contrary to the conspiracy theories, I've never shorted it. I want these things to go as high as possible because that opens the door to giant panics, which I am frankly best at. I am not good at chasing. What do you think, Kyle?
I agree with everything you said.
Except you were shorting it.
I will short it. I will be looking to short it. Out of all the plays we have and will go over in this video lesson, TSNP is my number 1 top ideal short. And dip buy, I will be looking to do both. I also would love a panic to 1, if not sub 1. I think the key thing for me is how clean of a panic we'll have. I think we'll have a very clean panic, but if it's anything like it was in the afternoon where we went from 150 to 120s there, if it's anything like that, that's going to be very difficult for both the short and the long. So I really hope that doesn't happen. One thing that makes me very convicted that Monday is likely the day is that every day it is gapped up at or above the previous day's highs. And so looking at how far we've sold off from the highs now, it's going to take quite a lot for it to gap. The high was 170. We closed at 140. It's going to take a lot for us to gap 30 cents and then be able to spike to like $2.
Come on, promoters, you can do it. I believe in you.
So if the motors can't do it,
they're saying it's the next PayPal. Come on.
It's going to be very tough.
I know that they have less money in their bank account than I do in my pocket, but
yeah, no one else knows that. No investors looking at the filings of this thing.
It's only worth what, $5.5 billion with hardly any cash, but who's counting? No, seriously, like I want these things as high as possible because that opens the door to giant panics. That's what I'm best at. That's what I recognize. Both Kyle and I were buying GTLL, and both of us got, faked out. This is a perfect green day. This is not overextended. Perfect first green day. Perfect multi-week breakout. Above one. I got in at one. What did you get in at one?
I got in one as well.
We were in at the perfect breakout, and we both got freaked out. It went to like 1.1 or 1.15 when I was on it, and then I saw like a hard crack down to 1.05, and I was like, screw it, and I made my 5%. And it closed at 1.5. And again, this doesn't seem like much to outsiders. Like, what are you talking about? Whether it's at 1.05 or 1.5, I mean, it's still less than 2 cents. But this is a 50% difference. And frankly, this is a beautiful breakout. Props to people who had more patience. I'm just not good at that. I'm really freaked out by these sub-penny plays. I'm freaked out when a play doesn't just keep breaking out beautifully. And I have to recognize, I'm just frankly better at, panic dip buys. So that's what I got to stick to.
Yeah, nailed it. I got faked out as well on it. After seeing the double bottom at 1 cent, I thought, okay, we should be holding the breakout level and we should continue an uptrend. And then you can see that Latinx dip for a triple bottom. But then once it broke one, I was like, yeah, let me get out. I got to like break even. Fills were okay. I think the biggest mistake was not getting back in when we see it uptrending. But if you were trading Friday, and likely, I'm afraid this will happen Monday, there's just so many plays. I didn't have energy or time or space to even watch GTLL after I sold it. So I didn't even see the chart till it was at 1.3, 1.4, and that was like 2-3 hours later. So just too many plays to watch.
I should be long this stock overnight. I messed up there. ALYI is another one that was breaking out now, a third green day. Kyle had patience. Kyle is normally a short seller, but Kyle had masterful patience here, and he made, I don't know what percent.
Like 18, 19 grand. My entry was, my lowest entry was 6.1.
Nice.
And my best sell was like 10.8.
So. That's beautiful patience. And so this is what some people are really good at, where they see a breakout and they just hold. And until it, doesn't gap up or until it doesn't morning spike, like you give it time. And this is a beautiful 3-day breakout from the 6s to the 10s. I got in, I don't remember my exact position, but I think I was in the 6s and I think I was out in the 7s. And then I might have been in the 7s and out in the 8s. I made money on it, but I was just so scared because it moved so slowly and choppy. Not for me, right? Like, again, you got to know what you're good at, what you're not good at. INND, this one is a freaking fourth green day, and this one is from sub penny up now to 2.8. This is what, 4 times in 4 days. And I sold this one way too soon. Did you nail this one?
I don't think I traded this one. No, this one wasn't.
But we're looking at the same breakout chart on all of these. And this is why, this is not a comprehensive list of everything. So I'm just looking at breakout plays. I did trade SING, which was another one. Breakout all the way up to, did it close at the 4? Wow. Close at 4. Ignore this last tick where it says it's at 3. It never touched 3 here at the end of the day. This is just a late print just to distract newbies from the fact that it closed right at its highs in the 4s. And frankly, I got faked out when it could not close strong here at 3. So maybe this is the same situation as DFly. To my credit, it also had a morning panic, which I probably should have captured. I don't know if it got all the way down to the low twos, but it definitely did have a morning panic. So it wouldn't have even been that profitable to hold this overnight. The bigger profit was when it could finally break 3-2 and it went to 4-2. Delayed morning spike. But this one was tough and it squeezed me out. Did you trade Sing?
I didn't trade at all. Yeah, just getting too many plays. I knew it was running and I knew it was going on, but it's like I just had to prioritize and it didn't make the list.
OZSC is one that, I add when they had their breaking news. It was like, what here? On Thursday, Stocks to Trade breaking news alerted it. I think I got it at like 16-ish. And I sold it when it couldn't really do much in the 17, 18 area. Then it went to 20, and then Friday, 24. Very choppy, very frustrating. To my credit, even Master Jack Kellogg, who has now made nearly $1 million each of the past 2 weeks, which is just insane because there's so many plays and he has patience. He too, I think, got out of this one too early.
Yeah.
So that makes me feel better.
Mm-hmm.
Did you get in
I
this?
never got
don't
in.
remember.
I was waiting for the 25-cent breakout late day potentially.
Yeah.
And we cracked it there. I was like, okay, this is, yeah.
This was tough. We're all watching ENZC, which, I mean, this is just crazy how far it's come now. And after this is a 5th day up from 20 cents to 52 cents. And, mind you, before it could go supernova, ENZC couldn't even move like 2 or 3 cents in a day convincingly. I remember I was buying it here around the breakout at 27, 28, and I was just proud to have patience and make like half a penny a share. And then the next day it goes up, the next day it goes up. The thing doubled in 2 days after I sold it. But it's tough. Don't beat yourself up if you sell too soon. Nothing in this stock's history would make you think that it could pull off a run like this. What do you think, Kyle?
Literally exactly why I didn't play it. I saw it breaking out, and I just looked at the past daily range, and I was like, I don't want to hold this for 2 days and make 3 cents. So I didn't. Big regret there. Wish I did. It's very extended and looks like a good short, and part of me wants to. But with so many other plays and so many other better extended charts, this will probably be only a dip buy for me. Because again, back to the daily's previous performance, we have that last red day, and that wick isn't a misprint. We really did panic from 25 cents down to 13 cents in a matter of like 5 or 10 minutes. So if we get another panic like that, maybe like from the high 40s to like 30 or sub 30, I mean that would be an amazing dip buy. So.
All of these are potential dip buys into intraday panics for me, whether they're on the 3rd green day, 4th green day, 5th green day. I have problems chasing, I have problems holding breakouts, but I have no problem if and when the play comes to me. So that's what you'll see. And for a lot of people who said like, wow, you should have had more patience on ENZC. Like, yeah, it might have been slow, but it paid out. Well, I did go big on SHMP on the breakout here, and it just failed completely. Like 4 days later, it finally is broken out, but even over like 3 days, it's gone from a lousy 50 to 58. So not all breakouts work perfectly. And SHMP, frankly, just really frustrated me. So I thought ENZC was going to be similar. They both have, similar frustrating charts. Also CLWD, this one is put in a double bottom at 8-9 cents, but the breakout or the bounce attempt, even with press releases, is kind of weak. SFOR has done better, frankly, than CLWD. This one bottomed at 6 cents, and now in 2 days, I was buying this right near the open. I nailed the morning spike, but I underestimated it because S4, got all the way up to nearly 17. I didn't even realize it got up that much. I took this little morning spike, and looking back, it's kind of funny. But again, if I do go for the spike, I go for the morning spike. And the rest, congrats. Sometimes you're getting these mid-morning, late-morning breakouts. They're just not ideal for me. I love dip buys. 2 last plays because we got to get some sleep. /me. I have to get some sleep. Actually 3 more plays just because I want you to watch all of these. BRLL, is one that I was buying. This one just keeps going. Absolutely phenomenal. I underestimated on the first spike. I underestimated on the bounce. But again, waiting for a potential dip buy now that it's overextended. SIRC is the big daddy that I'm watching from 80 cents up to $3 a share, 4 times in 3 days. Waiting for the dip buy. I've nailed the dip buy a few times so far. I caught it on this dip, and there was one other dip. I don't know, maybe it was one of these, but I like morning panic dip buys, and I like intraday dip buys on SIRC, so I'm waiting. And Friday, it really showed signs of slowing down, just because it's up so much. So I'm waiting on this. What do you think, Kyle?
I agree. The yeah, the top day, or not top day, we don't have the top day yet, could go higher. But on Friday, yeah, it looked really weak, really went sideways all day. Uh, but a little bit weird for me. Like I've never seen a stock go just completely sideways all day and then have it ready tomorrow, which I mean it could fairly do. Anything can happen, so I'm gonna react. But just sketchy action. I really don't know what to make of it. I mean, I could see another day up, I could see another day down. I really don't know, so I have to react to that. But right, if there was a second potential top short for me behind SHMP, it's SIRC, most range, most so extended, and again, it also plenty of volume for a great panic and potential dip buy. So
Yeah, and again, like I'm not shorting it. I want this to go as high as possible. If you know the promoter, if you send this to the promoter, tell them I want to send them, a gift basket like full of fruits and useful vitamins so that they don't get coked out and become ineffective. I want these pumpers pumping as much as humanly possible because again, that opens up the range, that opens up enough volatility for any potential dip buy. I mean, I really nailed this dip buy here. I got the lows, at 180-ish, and I sold it here at 2-ish, and I was happy with my, 10%, and it went all the way up to 220 in the next few minutes after, I sold it. So that's what I'm looking for on this one. Also, ENKS, my K button. That one worked. Good. ENKS, I totally missed this one. This one actually had a nice intraday dip here from 82 down to 42, and then the bounce back to 80, then drop back down to 40, and then Friday massive spike up to 2. I probably should be long this one. I didn't even see how strong it closed. That's actually pretty phenomenal. But this is just another one that I'll be waiting for a morning panic on, even though this one looks very strong. I like the way, if I was long, I like the way it closed, right? Like this is what I'm talking about, where you have the breakout fails here. So I'm sure there are a bunch of shorts being like, the breakout failed, it's overextended. And then it's just a fake out and it squeezes into the close. This is, if I'm long any stock, this is the kind of action I want to see where it just keeps going to the close and short sellers are just self-medicating over the weekend because they just have the wrong riskiest strategy in the world right now. And while I highly believe ENKS will crash either Monday or Tuesday or Wednesday, it looks like it can go higher. What do you think, Kyle, as a professional short seller that you are?
this
The dark side,
Palpatine.
baby Palpatine.
This close actually would have been the most ideal close that I would have wanted at ALPP. Like Tim just mentioned, that buyers can't get enough. They want to get right into the close. I agree. It's very overextended, but again, in this market, we can go even higher. One thing that concerns me, not only for a short side, but also a potential dip buy side, is looking at the daily chart. The last run, we went from 22 cents to a high of like 60 or 70, and it had red days, but it was just kind of choppy. Like it was a fade over multiple days. There didn't seem to be this destruction. Now again, this percent gain from 25 cents up to $2 is way bigger than 25 cents to 70 cents like that previous run. But just something to note. I always do this. I always go through what does the previous daily chart suggest just based on the characteristics of the stock. And so something that pops out to me is those few red days where it hasn't shown me it can do a traditional red day. That doesn't mean it can't do it. I will be prepared for it to do it. But just a little mental note I've made of this particular ticker.
Also, just because I like overloading you, just because I'm overloaded, so I want you to get in the right mindset. WDLF is one that I had on this breakout here. Um, I don't know, frankly, looking back, why I even sold it, but again, I'm just not great at breakout slash sub pennies. Beautiful breakout, beautiful second green day, beautiful breakout over the previous highs. I probably should be long this. Um, Also, Nugs, NUGS. Less of a breakout because there's just no recent resistance, but nice, 2 day run there. Also, VISM, I probably should be long this. This was a nice first green day on Friday. I did buy this, and I just sold it, too soon. I took my, I don't even remember, 15, 20%. Just to help you understand, like when I say that I'm so overloaded because there's so many plays. Here's FORW too. We haven't even talked about this. 14 cents up to nearly $1. They're involved. They're invested with TSNP, so the two kind of move together. But this one actually has had a better percentage run up and bigger, volume gain on Friday. The one interesting thing that TSNP, the volume is much weaker than where it was back in November and December. And that means, there's a lot of people who are holding this. If you follow me on Twitter, like the promoters are trying to hurt my credibility. They don't understand that I just show all my trades. I donate all my trading profits to charity. I don't short sell. You can't destroy my credibility. I just show everything. If I lose, I lose. I show it, But some people ask, why are they so against you if you're not short selling? Because I teach people to sell into strength. And part of the reason why this thing keeps going is there are so many people who believe in TSNP. So many people who think that it literally is going to be the next PayPal. And the odds of that happening are 0.000000000000000001%. So there is a chance, but it's just pathetic. Promoters don't want people looking at their terrible balance sheet. Promoters want people to just hold and hope. And in this case, this is the interesting thing in this market. It pays to hold and hope on a lot of these pumps when the pumpers are effective. So some people say, well, Tim, you made 6 figures trading TSNP, but you sold too soon every time. Correct. I still would rather sell too soon and trade safely rather than hold and hope. I'd say that there's probably a greater probability of this getting halted by the SEC than them getting big enough to be the next PayPal. I would probably say it's like 50 times more likely that they'll get halted. But who knows? I hope that they pump this up as much as possible. And FORW, I mean, this is just crazy. I was buying this, I think right here on this breakout day or this breakout attempt day here around 18, 19, and it could barely break out. And for 4 days, it couldn't even get above 20 cents. And then, 20 cents to $1 in 4 days. So in case you were wondering, not all days are created equal, not all markets are created equal, and we've been speeding up. Part of the reason why I'm exhausted is not just because it's, after 1 a.m., but just because my brain is mush after several days of so many amazing plays. What do you think about FORW, Kyle?
It just it's again, just like we talked about how many ideal plays there. This is number 4 or number 5, and I'm ignoring 15 other ones. I love this daily chart. Again, first trade day short. Hopefully, an awesome penning for a dip buy. They're all. I mean, these daily charts are the epitome of my strategy for long and short. All of them. All of them just beautiful.
So I'll do the watch list after I sleep and film for a day. You'll get it. Just be ready. Okay, get a good night's sleep Sunday night. Monday is going to be insane. Okay, the whole key to successfully trading these plays is having multi-day, multi-week setups. FORW, I mean, has been setting up for this now for 4 straight green days. And, you also have to look at the previous setup where it just wasn't volatile. So when a non-volatile stock starts becoming volatile, you should pay attention. TSNP had so much struggles here in the 20s, 30s, and 40s. And now it cuts through everything. Again, a non-volatile stock becoming volatile opens the door to more volatility. Oh, I didn't even bring up MMNF. I hate this ticker. I can never even like say it. MM.
MMNFF.
Why can I not type it? NFF. So this is another one, 2 green days. Had I think like 200,000 shares at like 25 cents and I sold it at like 27. Now it's like 43. This one keeps going. So understand there are so many plays right now and I'm watching as many as I can, trading as many as I can. Lately I've been making 20, 30 grand a day. This market won't last. This number of plays won't last. Do not fall for the promoter hype. It's okay to sell. It's okay to sell too soon. Try to, find your own patterns, whether you like morning spikes or first green days or morning panics or shorting first red days. There's no one right strategy for everybody. Every single person watching this is unique. Kyle, any last thoughts?
To all the plays we've seen, obviously me nor Tim or any of you guys can trade all of them. When you make your watch list, watching this video or on Sunday night, like figure out what plays you need to prioritize. Whether that means you're a dip buyer and you want to dip buy these, whether that means you're a short seller like me and you want to short the first red days, whether it means you're a breakout buyer and you want to buy maybe some of those smaller, lower price like WDLF that have only breaking out for one day and aren't as extended. Whatever it is, figure out which ones you need to prioritize because I promise you, you will not trade them all. Right? You're gonna miss some. You're gonna leave money on the table. You're gonna leave a lot of money on the table. And you just got to focus on what's the best ones for you and make some money that's on the table.
Try to make some money. Don't worry if you get a partial execution. Don't worry if you're paper trading. Never forget 90% of traders fail. This is the time to really push it in terms of screen time. If you have work, if you have school, if you have friends, if you have family, say, look, the market is insane right now. I got to focus. Even if you're not trading, just try to be there and witness a lot of this volatility, whether it's a morning panic or a morning spike. Start seeing how these plays work, start seeing the volatility, start getting used to even trying to put in an order. Even if you miss getting executed, hey, these stocks move very fast. That doesn't necessarily mean that you should chase them. You're going to get so much smarter just watching these plays in real time. This is the time to really watch. Here's HMPQ. I didn't even talk about it in a normal market. This would be something worth talking about because it's tripled in 2 days. But just again, notice the difference. All this time, HMPQ is pretty irrelevant. Now in the past 2 days, it's perking up. ALYI, if you watch some of my video lessons from weeks and months ago, this was such a pain in the butt trading in the 1, 2, 3s. People were like, why are you buying this? It never moves. Now in 3 days, from the 4s to the 10s. So recognize that this is the time to really push your learning, not to chase, not to say, hey, every stock is going up huge. SNPW is one that, frankly, the bounce has just been terrible. I was shocked at how much it went up, and then I was shocked at how little it's bounced. So it's not like every single play is amazing. Oh, AITX. I didn't even talk about AITX. AITX had a nice first green day on Friday. I probably should be long this one. But I didn't like that late day panic, even though it looks like the promoter saved it by day's end, and this will probably gap up too. Overwhelming is what's happening. That's a word that you can use. I don't even know how many stocks we talked about in this video. My plan with Kyle was just to talk about the top 4 or 5, but I just can't help documenting all of this. So if you watch this video, February 2022 or February 2023 or anytime 2024, 2020, 2025, I want to be able to really document the madness. I don't know how long it lasts. My teaching is twofold. I want to prepare you for trading, on, February 8th, 2021 and February 9th. You have the short-term trades to think about, but then you also have to have historical perspective. And I guarantee you that we will not have this same, 20, 30, 40 stocks to watch, for many years. I think that we're probably getting, close to maximum madness. I don't know how long it lasts, maybe a few weeks, maybe a few months. But I have had experiences like this, namely back in 99 and 2000, 20 plus years ago when I first got started trading. I made 700 plus grand the first 4 months of the year. Then the NASDAQ crashed and I lost 10 grand as I was forced to, get away from my OTC breakout strategy and learn short selling. It could happen. I don't know how long it lasts. I just take it day by day, trade by trade, focus on patterns that I like, recognize what patterns are, more fitting of my personality. Like I really just feel good taking the morning panic dip buys versus even if I buy a perfect breakout like GTLL, it's just uncomfortable for me. That's just us, and every single person watching this video can, try to improve a little bit, but start to recognize what you're best at and what you're worst at. Start documenting it. I'm sorry that the verification is down on Profitly. E-Trade and a bunch of other brokers are having issues. They're having issues just trying to stay in business and stay able to execute, especially near the open. So recognize that everyone in every company is overwhelmed, and this is the market environment right now. So be sure to watch your Kyles. Good night.